Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Today, we are examining the strategic business implications of AI-powered wearables based on the article, How AI Wearables Will Reshape Business, by Mark Hinkle, published on LinkedIn on May 16, 2025. In this overview, we're going to explore the past failures, the present reality, and the future strategic considerations of AI wearables for the enterprise. We'll look at the early stumbles, the tools available today, the risks you need to know about, and how to place your strategic bets. So, to start, we really need to understand why that first wave of wearables failed. Because once you grasp that, you can appreciate why this new generation is fundamentally different. Back in 2012, the vision for Google Glass really did feel like science fiction. The promise was a future where the internet was just always there, always in your field of view. But as we know, the reality didn't quite match the ambition. The failure of Google Glass wasn't really the end of the story. It was more like the prologue. You had major hurdles with privacy fears, the battery life was a real problem, and let's be honest, there was a significant social awkwardness factor. But today, the new wave of devices uses AI to be far more functional and, frankly, more subtle. They're moving AI off the screen and onto the body, making them actual tools instead of just tech experiments. So what does the market look like right now? Let's take a look at 4 of the leading devices. They really show this shift from AI as something you actively look at on a screen to AI as an ambient tool that's just there, ready to help you capture and recall information. Here's a quick side-by-side comparison. As you can see, their key strengths and their readiness for enterprise use vary quite a bit. And this is a really critical point to consider when you're thinking about what might be right for your organization. Okay, first up, Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses. They're fantastic at visual tasks. Think hands-free translation or documenting a repair. This makes them potentially really useful for field technicians. The big consideration here, though, is that they are very consumer-focused. Yes, they've sold over 1 million units, but they lack the native integrations with enterprise tools like Slack or Teams that businesses really need. Next is the Bee Pioneer. This one is designed as a wearable memory engine. It captures what you say and hear, transcribes it, and makes it all searchable. That's a powerful concept for sure, but its always-on nature raises some pretty significant privacy concerns in a business context. You'd need extremely clear opt-in policies before even thinking about deploying something like this. Now, the Limitless pendant is a bit different. Unlike the others, it was built for the enterprise, from the ground up. It has a very specific focus: record meetings, summarize them, and generate action items. It integrates with your calendar, email, and Slack, and it has built-in features like a consent mode for ethical recording. That narrow focus is precisely what makes it so viable for business. And finally, the Even Realities G1. This device serves a very niche but incredibly valuable purpose. It's a discrete, in-glasses teleprompter. It lets presenters, trainers, or executives maintain direct eye contact while staying on message. Again, its narrow focus is actually its greatest strength, offering a clear, tangible benefit for anyone in a communication-heavy role. All right, so we've talked about the features, but adopting these devices isn't just about what they can do. We have to start thinking of them as new components of our enterprise infrastructure. And that introduces some pretty serious supply chain and geopolitical risks that are easy to overlook. Think about it. The second one of these wearables collects sensitive company data and plugs into your core systems, it's no longer just a gadget. It becomes a dependency. It's a new endpoint on your network, a new piece of your security perimeter, and it has to be managed with the same seriousness as any other critical infrastructure. This means adopting this hardware creates a whole new layer of exposure for the enterprise. Suddenly, every procurement decision is also a geopolitical bet. You have to weigh the tech benefits against some very real-world vulnerabilities. So, these are the questions your procurement and IT teams absolutely must be asking. Where is the hardware made? Are there tariffs involved that could add, say, 25% to the cost? Where is our data being processed? And crucially, what is our plan B if the supplier suddenly goes out of business or gets sanctioned? These aren't edge cases anymore. They are central to the decision. Now, while a lot of the talk about AI is focused on knowledge workers and office productivity, the biggest transformation might actually be happening somewhere else entirely. Let's look at the potential for these tools in the skilled trades, where getting the right information instantly is absolutely critical. For a technician working out in the field, the value of AI isn't some complex dashboard they look at later. The real value is immediate, hands-free access to the data they need to do their job safely and correctly, without having to stop what they're doing. You can just imagine the use cases. An HVAC tech gets diagnostic steps displayed hands-free. An auto mechanic pulls up a repair manual right in the middle of a job. An electrician can instantly reference safety protocols for a specific site. These tools don't replace skilled workers, they augment their expertise, helping to reduce errors. So let's bring this all together. Adopting AI wearables isn't just a simple technology purchase. It needs to be framed as a core strategic decision about the future of how work and information get handled inside your organization. What we're really seeing is that AI is escaping the cloud. It's moving from some distant server onto our bodies, becoming this ambient, voice-first tool. It's there to offer continuity and knowledge right at the moment where human memory might otherwise fail. This is a pretty fundamental shift in how we interact with information. The smartest teams are already starting to pilot these tools. They're building policies now before this technology goes mainstream. They aren't treating this like a gadget purchase, but as a strategic bet on what work will look like tomorrow. So the real question is, are you ready? Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. We encourage you to subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel, and please like, comment, and share to help us reach a wider audience.